Hello YouTube and welcome to yet another lore video. This time I will be talking about the Hist. The subject was chosen by the people over at my Steam community group called the Elder Scrolls Scholars Guild. I mostly pick my topics from the comments, but sometimes I will let the people in that group decide the next video topic. So if you're interested in connecting with me, lore discussions with the community and sometimes voting on episodes, consider joining. The Hist is one of my most requested video topics, and until recently I did not really know that much about them, because I didn't think it would be an interesting topic. Gladly, the lore proved me wrong. Because there's not much lore on them, this will not be a long video, but it will certainly be an interesting one. That said, let's kick off. Let's start with the thing that most people do know about the Hist. Most people know that the Hist is a species of tree that grow in the province of Blackmarsh, or Argonia, and that they have some connection to the creation of the Argonians. While this is mainly true, it has turned out that they are far more interesting. The Hist are not just trees, they are intelligent species that seem to share their minds with all other Hist trees. So they are connected by some sort of large hive-like mind. This concept is really interesting to me, because this means that what happens, for example, if something happens on the border of Blackmarsh, and it's somehow observed by the Hist, that suddenly all of Blackmarsh knows about it through this hive mind. With this ability and the fact that they are trees, you might wonder, where do they come from? To know that, we need to take a look at their origins. As far as lore goes, we know that they are not created by any Daedric prince or divine. Instead, they seemed just to exist, as long as anyone can remember. They originated in their own small plane of oblivion, the Hist realm. The only thing we actually know of their creation is that they are probably created together with the divines, because they themselves consider Sithis the creator of everything instead of any divine. The Hist came to Nirn in the early Dawn era. They manifested themselves even before the Elmo phase had foot in Tamriel. They then created the ancestors or the Argonians, the Zenmir. The Zenmir planted the Hist trees all over the southern and mid portions of Tamriel, making the Hist, for a small time, the dominant species on Tamriel. A side note here is that the ancestors of the Argonians, just like the modern Argonians we see in the games, worship these trees as gods. They believe that the power of the Hist guides them and creates their souls. It's not strange that they think this way, because the Hist are their creators. But let's go back to the story. When the first Elnofae came, and the War of the Elnofae started, the Hist themselves acted as neutral. Despite a lot of the Hist were destroyed by the war, that what was left of their manifestation in Tamriel became Blackmarsh or Argonia. In the eras after that, they have always managed to stay in Blackmarsh. Even as recent as the Oblivion Crisis, they demonstrated their power by foreseeing the Oblivion Crisis and calling all Argonians back to Blackmarsh to combat the threat of their homeland. They then, by themselves, managed to get all the Oblivion gates closed and repelled the Oblivion forces successfully with the help of the Argonians. As I said before, the Hist are generally considered to be trees. But did you know that just like all trees, the Hist have sap, and the Hist sap, if consumed by an Argonian, gives the Argonian the ability to hear the voices of the Hist and communicate with them. In the official Elder Scrolls novel, The Infernal City, there's an Argonian by the name of Mir Glim, who says that in Blackmarsh the Hist are always speaking to the Argonians, but once they travel away from Blackmarsh, all they hear are their whispers when they drink the sap. The sap also gives the Hist the possibility to let the Argonians see visions and increase their combat strength. But when this sap is consumed by other organisms, however, they only experience severe hallucinations and give them extreme bloodlust. This is seen in the quest in Oblivion, where you have to kill an Hist tree because some sort of bandits have gone completely rogue over their sap. Well, that's it guys, short but sweet. I hope you liked the video, and do not forget to like and subscribe, because it helps the channel out a great deal. Further, I would like to ask you, who are your 3 favorite Elder Scrolls characters? I was making one of those lists myself lately, but I was wondering who other people's favorites are. And as always, do not forget to check my Steam Scholars Guild for lore discussions and updates. The link is in the comments. And leave your ideas for videos in the comments, as I almost read them all. I will see you all later.